since I started smoking.
Is that right?
But they went out of production for a while. Because I used to smoke when this is going back a few decades now, but JPS used to be in a black packet with a gold stripe.
Yeah, the Formula 1 car, I know it was so
Yeah.
good.
And then, they went out of production, or they must have, I don't know what happened, but you just couldn't buy JPS anymore. And that's when I think I started smoking Benson Hedges.
Nice, classy.
Oh, no, it should be classy with
80s
my
classy, yes.
classy with my cigarettes.
Oh, yes.
So not classy, but
Yeah, but it's not Winnie Blues.
Well, I ended up on Winnie Blues.
Did you?
But Winnie Blues, well, Winfield to me, like, I have a soft spot for Winfield because of Paul Hogan.
Yes.
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Anyhow,
have a Winfield. And how he used to tuck them into his shirt. Yeah. No.
I love the Paul Hogan show.
I love the
Thursday
Paul
nights.
Hogan show. Yes.
Best. Delvine Delaney had the great... Have you...
Yes.
Oh, her ass.
And how is it that they could get away with that in the
Yeah.
70s? If you did that now, I guess because
It was
all
like-
the feminists... Sorry to all those feminist people out there, but it was funny. I used to love Paul Hogan show.
Insane. Like, I'm going to show you something right now that I saw recently when... I remember seeing it on the show, Delvine Delaney. Are you ready?
Which one?
Just
Not
check
when
this
they're
out.
jogging? The jogging one? No. Yeah, she's hot. It is this one, the jogging one. That's a classic. She's hot.
What's that?
That's so 70s though, isn't it? See, I really like the 70s because, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't air this. Can you just, chop this out?
No.
But I actually liked how...
This one.
I liked it. I liked how men appreciated...
That makes life not
Yeah,
easy.
it was
superficial
obvious.
beauty
We
of
knew
women.
who we were, and...
Is that the push bike has made a big comeback. Now that's terrific because riding push bikes is a really healthy pastime. Or is it? What's this?
I just couldn't do that now.
You can't, no.
Total objectifying.
But it's weird.
Gemini.
My first car was a Gemini.
I remember something here.
So I'm gonna have another one.
Well, I pulled the speed and I tried catching up, but you were pedaling longer too. Been another view, you look so pretty.
Love it.
Well, I love it too, and I don't know,
Love it.
No, I just don't understand. Yeah, I don't think you should air this because it's politically incorrect. But I really, really, really loved the 70s because of that. Because you could be a woman, and and be a sexual object, but not be. I don't know. Maybe.
No.
How do I explain this? Because
Yep.
If you look at that footage, it kind of puts more of a emphasis on how stupid men can be, as opposed to a woman being objectified.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of balanced each other out. Whereas I think now it's all.
I agree.
Do you?
Yeah.
Am I,
you know what I think?
Am I being horrible?
Nope. You know what I think? When I'm down the beach, going out for a paddle in the surf, and the next minute I see a guy on a quad bike who's hiding in the bushes looking for a dog, like someone's got their dog off a leash in the middle of Kira.
Yeah.
Right, where there's no people.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, I can book that person. I go, why the hell?
Yeah.
You know, why the hell? And it's exactly the same argument. Is that back in the day, the tribe would have looked after the tribe.
Yeah.
So if someone was too creepy, all the blokes go, man, let me tell you something. We respect this woman.
Yeah.
She's beautiful,
Yeah.
but we all respect her.
Yeah.
You know, sure, we want to smash her, but you know, but we'll sort out what's happening here.
Yeah.
And it might be rough justice.
Yeah.
So in the 70s, that was still kind of happening. You can objectify a woman, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's clear."
Yeah.
If you work out what's in a man's mind, and you know, you sort of like it's so obvious.
Yeah.
So to not even be allowed to show that now,
I know.
it's probably better. Let's face it, it's probably better because at the same time, we're still those same animals.
But I think that's where it went wrong, though. Is that I don't know? Maybe men stopped.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Yes. Because I've still got this.
You're letting me down. No, you haven't.
I have.
No.
'Cause I've got to drive. We'll share that then.
I'll go another one.
Maybe somewhere along the line, men stopped sticking up for the women and started joining the asshole men. And so now there's more asshole men. Is that? See, I don't think we should add this. It's getting too political. I think we should just.
No, it's not.
Keep
This
it
is
light and fluffy.
No, Rika, the most popular podcast in the world
Yeah.
is they're all smoking weed. They're talking about the times. It's just the most honest thing. And that's become way more popular. And I'm not talking about that we need to even be popular. That's the last thing I want, actually.
No.
Oh my God.
We're aiming for great. Remember?
Yeah, but
Not
to be
popular,
honest,
great.
to air your honest opinion.
Yeah, but I think my opinion's very, very in the minority at the moment. I think.
No, I bet it's not. It can't be because.
Oh, I think it'll be.
If you think
that
it,
chick on about? She's setting the female population back by 50 years.
Yeah, but for every one of those girls, they just won't listen. There's someone else that goes, yeah, I totally agree. Like Bambi last night, she would totally agree.
Would she?
Because she understands men. Like, when you understand, I think I understand what women want, and I know when I've crossed the line, but if you don't understand what the reason why I quickly check out an ass when an ass walks by, like,
yeah. Of course you're going
it's
to.
not even, but it's not even, I'm not even making a choice.
Yeah.
I'm checking out an ass. Like, if you think that's
I think it's the way you do it, but in saying that, I mean, it's crass, what we just saw, but I don't know.
But it's Delphine Delaney. She's got a great ass.
Hard. And, as a child that grew up in the 70s, it's kind of what you wanted to do. You wanted to be that chick that all the boys used to whistle at.
Yeah.
It was...
Yeah.
But they still respected you. You could walk...
Yep. Well, everyone wants to be... At the same time, you're like, oh... But at the same time, the bloke wants to be a prince. Yeah. He wants to be you may be thinking, oh, my God, I would do anything. But... And the same token, if one of those mates went and said something wrong, those guys would go, hey, don't be a fucking...
tosser.
Yeah, and they'd sort it out. Like, I mean, the tribal thing. We're like, don't do that because we love her. We think she's great and we will knock you out if you keep playing up like that, mate.
Yeah, I think there's just too many layers to this conversation.
Isn't it? Yeah, you're right, isn't there?
Because,
Even saying knock you out is the dumbest thing. That's the
but
worst
also,
thing.
it's like, like there are women out there that would prefer to have their intellect admired than their boobs,
Yep.
and that's fine. But not all women are like that. Some women would prefer to have their boobs admired, And I think that's where women's lib goes wrong too, the women's liberation thingy, because it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, why don't we just do what makes us happy and not judge?
Yep.
Instead of saying, no, women should be this and women should be that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but must be hard. It's all right for you. You're, super attractive. It must be hard. But think about it. Imagine if you weren't born, men are so visual and so obvious that if you weren't born with that you would get pretty like, I could imagine if you were a woman going, oh man, look at her. She just had it straight out of the box, like straight. She had everything's lined up, and then she's getting all the attention all the time, and even her career is going up, like, because doors are opening for her because all she needs to do is smile and say the right things. It's a crying, isn't it? A crying shame that some ladies are just like a generation of not, yeah, listen to me. He hasn't given me that look. Like, what are you going to say now, Drew? Well, I was actually thinking yesterday that there was a girl at my primary school and her mum would just do nothing but pull her hair back tight. So I never saw a fringe. She would just had this kind of classic sort of big egg head, and leather shoes, and I was thinking only yesterday, and I've thought it a lot when I was at school. Like, her hair was impossibly tight, and pulled back into a ponytail. But for some reason, her mum never let her have a character.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, other girls, this is the 80s, other girls were like Kylie Minogue and expressing themselves. This girl stayed exactly the same. Her hair was constant. It was long, but it was pulled so tight. Like,
wow.
That means only her mum perhaps was a daughter of the same sort of thing. Like, I don't know. Like, please help me get out of this hole I'm talking.
Oh no, I'm going to watch you fall into it. Deeper.
There must be, but there's certain, like, your own parents sort of say and do things that model who you are, and you teach the next ones, but you're not actually teaching them, you just are who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is too deep.
It is. It is. It's such a complex conversation, isn't it? The human mind and how it develops, and it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a funny one. Tell me more.
The human mind and how it develops. No.
Can you hold this can?
Why? No. You need to pee. Holy crap. Go to the toilet.
I don't need to. It's my place. You've been smoking in here all night.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but I don't know. It's just, it's a hard... It's a hard
knock life for us. Delvine Delaney and Strop ended up owning the beach hotel, Byron Bay.
Did they?
Didn't you know? Yeah,
No.
like 10 years.
Wow.
They only recently sold it. Yeah, Delvine Delaney and Strop. And they actually managed it. You could see them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Funny.
How did she age? Is she still gorgeous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she had a few kids and... well, actually, probably haven't seen her for... She'd definitely be in her 60-something now.
Oh, you think? Older.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I don't even want to...
Think about it. You
crazy.
prefer keeping that image
Yep.
of her in your head. Yeah.
Yep. Seriously, that's a pretty perfect body. Delvine Delaney in Hogues.
Okay, so this is where you go wrong, you boys. When you say something like that, perfect, that's what gets.
Really?
Oh, I'm thinking. I don't know because I mean, like